One of the hardest things to do for your website is organic SEO. Yes, there are things like site structure, using the right headings, making it accessible. Then there's long form content. But what about the overall health of your site? How many links are going to 404 errors? How many don't have a canonical URL or the main URL that Google knows to send traffic to? This and so many other things can affect your site health and therefore your SEO. So today, I'm going to show you how I used ahrefs to double my site health in just a few minutes. Let's get started. Okay, so here I am on the ahrefs dashboard. You can click a link in the description below to get a free 7-day trial. And I should say, by the way, thanks so much to ahrefs for sponsoring this video and for providing me with a pro account free of charge that as soon as it expires, I will be upgrading because it is hugely helpful. That is absolutely true. I'm going to upgrade as soon as it expires. Okay, now let's get into this. I'll zoom in here because I want to key in on this health score graphic. So here we are in ahrefs. So let me go back to the dashboard really quick. There is a lot of information here. I have 3 sites connected. You could see I just recently killed a website. The URL, like it's not redirecting anymore. And apparently I had 3,000 links to that website on casabona.org. And as a result, casabona.org's health score has gone down. So I know that I need to fix that. But that's not what we're talking about right now. We are talking about podcast liftoff and how I doubled the health score. So you can see here that on February 7th, the health score was 47. And then on February 9th, it was 99. And that's thanks to the top issues area of ahrefs. Now, what it does is it will crawl your site with this button up here. It will look at every page on your domain and subdomains, and it will flag up issues. It will tell you if those issues are really important, if they are good to know issues, or if they're just things that you should maybe fix, right? So, for example, I clicked through to all issues. Page only has one do follow incoming link, right? That is a slight issue. If I go to the issue at the top where the breadcrumbs are and I hover over the question mark and click it, it'll explain the issue and then it'll tell us how to fix it. So what was the thing that was making my site so what was the thing that was giving it bad health? Well, there were a few dozen orphaned pages, right? So I have these issues turned off, but this wasn't before I went through. There were a lot more. There was about 100 orphaned pages here. And I went through and I fixed the orphaned pages. And by the way, an orphaned page is a page with no incoming internal links, right? So as far as Google's concerned, an orphaned page is a page that nobody can get to, right? It's not anywhere, right? So what you want to do is link it either from the navigation or on an internal content page. So I went through all of my important content pages and I made sure that they were not orphaned. For these pages are freebies for podcasts. So I only want those pages linked in the show notes of the podcast I appeared on. So these are orphaned by design, which is why I am ignoring this issue. Now, I'm ignoring it for right now, right? Perhaps I will create a freebies page soon. But if it turns out, I don't want to ignore this or I want to make sure I'm capturing this, I can always go back and check this area. So, but I'm ignoring this issue for now. So what I did on February 9th to double my health was go through all of these issues. I looked at, first the ones that had red, like really, really fix these, and I fixed them. So this could be orphaned pages. This could be pages where there's no title or no meta description. It could be like inaccessible content, things like that. This is fixed, but I haven't recrawled the site yet. Duplicate pages without canonical. So what it's telling me here is these 3 pages all have the same exact content, and Google doesn't know which one is the canonical link, which means Google doesn't know which one of these pages is the primary, the one that people should really go to. So what I did was I want fixes to be the canonical, so I set it as canonical in my WordPress site. If you want to know how to use Yoast SEO to do some of the fixes I made thanks to ahrefs, let me know in the comments below. I'll make that video. And then I went to these 2 pages, I deleted them, and then I used Yoast SEO Premium to redirect to fixes. So those pages don't exist anymore. They redirect to what I've marked as the canonical link. So thanks to these issues, right? Actual issues, there are some tracked issues. This was a big one too, actually. So if I go to the all tracked issues, 404 pages, I had a bunch of 404 pages. I had canonical links pointing to 404 pages. I had canonical redirects for HTTP to HTTPS, which is bad. I had a bunch of these kind of indexing issues. And so I went through and I changed them. I made updates to them. Again, tackling the red issues first. And orphaned pages was a big one. Images broken. I had no idea actually that I was hot linking from casabona.org to podcast liftoff. And then I moved casabona.org, and so some of those URLs changed, and I had a bunch of broken images on a page, so I was able to fix that. But these are the things, right? Because Podcast Liftoff has been around so long at this point, and I have a bunch of content on there, and I've migrated a bunch of content from other sites to Podcast Liftoff, that there were a bunch of issues I had no idea existed. And so just by going through looking for the red issues, the worst issues, I was able to double my health score. And again, this is thanks to ahrefs, because I would have not known, right? Next on my list are these yellow issues. So meta description tag missing or empty for a lot of pages. Title is too long for a couple of pages. So I'm slowly going through and increasing the overall health of my site. Understanding my site health is really important because it tells Google, hey, this is a good site to send traffic to, right? That's one of the reasons you want to make sure. And again, Ahrefs has all of this information here, how to use the overview report, like why site health is important. They have really nice content for that stuff. So it's been very educational for me, and it's been very helpful in improving my pages, creating a better user experience and signaling to Google like, yes, this is a good site. My next step coming away from the site audit is, and this is probably the main reason I'm going to renew, is looking at the organic keywords, the top pages. I find this to be a lot better than Google Analytics. Like this does connect to the Google Search Console, but I think the experience here is better. I don't have to go hunting. Like, oh, I know. Well, look, I know what my top pages are, and I can go view them. I don't just have to guess, right? So, like, I know that Apple Podcast subscriptions is becoming more popular. So maybe I should do something about that. Organic competitors. I can see what kind of content my competitors are creating. um, and try to, create similar content with my spin on, my spin on that same content. So Ahrefs is a great site. What I really wanted to do was highlight the site health audit because this the immediacy in which I saw really good results, really good sustained results, and the immediacy in which I was able to fix some major problems for my site was just incredible. So there you go. If you want to learn more about Ahrefs, click on the link in the description for a free 7-day trial. Thanks to Ahrefs for sponsoring this video. I'm a big fan. They've made me a big fan by virtue of me getting to try the product. And I hope you are now a big fan. If you have any questions about Ahrefs, you want to see me dig into something deeper, let me know. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching. And until next time, get out there and build something.